Hey there, how are you? I hope all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back. This is your Light in Darkness, and I'm back again with new insights, new updates, and new messages for all of you. If you'd like to take a personal reading, kindly contact me or consult with me through way of my given email address provided in the description box below. Okay, so let's get started with today's reading. So today's reading is talking about the conclusion of your connection and everything that happens or is going to happen. Things which you do not have control over, things which you indeed have control over, everything is going to get described in this reading today. Okay, so here Divine is trying to convey a few messages about the success of your connection as well as the heartbreaking situations, circumstances, upheaval, challenges, and things of that sort. Okay, Divine is trying to say that everything is under divine control. Okay, your union as well as your separation is something which is going to happen or is happening as per the divine will according to your divine life plan. Okay, even if things look completely hopeless, and even if you feel completely helpless about your situation or connection, Divine is saying that as per His will, as per God's will, you will get justice and you can still have your reunion with your soul counterpart, but that doesn't mean it'll happen according to your expectations or onto your desired timeline or time frame. There are many things you cannot see, there are many lessons you haven't learned or are supposed to learn on your journey. That's why you don't always get good experiences and good times within this connection of yours or with this connection of yours. That's why there are also bad times and heartbreak and upheaval and abrupt changes and endings which you have to experience during this course of separation and other phases of your journey. Okay, here in simple words, Divine is trying to say that if your connection is true, if your intentions were true, if you did the work accordingly as per the divine guidance, if you are learning your lessons, you wouldn't understand when and how you'll receive your justice and your union. Again, it will happen as per the divine will. You do not have control over it. Anything and everything you have control over is your thoughts, your actions, your deeds, and what you can do in your life on your own. Apart from that, everything is out of your control. You're getting my point? Divine is trying to convey a message here through way of this reading, which talks about destiny, your karma, karmic phases and changes, and the time at which things happen and are meant to happen. You cannot do anything except being patient at times and wait for the right timing to things will unfold naturally for you. The more you'll struggle, the more you are going to act out of anger, hate, jealousy, envy, or codependency, the more problems and obstacles you'll attract in your life. Kindly ignore any and all background noises. I cannot do anything about it, and it's a daytime. I'm trying to record this message, so this is what you'll get in the background, okay? So this reading is talking about things falling into place. This reading is talking about how things are going to unfold for you in divine right timing, at which you do not have any control over. Everything that's meant to happen is going to happen on its own. You won't simply understand how your counterpart is going to leave those other connections and situations and move towards you. You won't understand how justice is going to get served in your favor. You won't understand how things keep falling apart in your life as well as in your counterpart's life and why it's happening the way it is. You won't understand any of it until the time comes. Many of the lessons you're supposed to learn, you learn in hindsight. When you look back into the past and see whether it was a blessing or a protection from something that was meant to harm you or just something else. You won't understand how everything is going to resurrect back, come to life once again after experiencing complete destruction and devastation, that too by divine intervention. If at present things are crumbling down, if at present you see nothing except heartbreak and pain, or you're getting nothing except heartbreak and pain, There's a lesson behind it for you to learn, and there's a reason behind why it's happening the way it is. Okay. It's divine judgment here that you will come out victorious, and your love will come out victorious out of these troubling situations, circumstances, and this evil that you're experiencing or facing in this connection of yours. Once the karmic scales are balanced, once the karmic lessons are over, once the karma is cleared, once the karmic debt has been paid, everything is going to fall into place for you, and you wouldn't understand how it's all happening. You'd had no clue once this all turns out well beyond your expectations. So be patient. That's all you've got to do. You don't have to control anything. You don't have to go beyond your capacity to do things, to make things happen. It won't work. Many of the times, the only lesson you're supposed to learn is to focus on God, focus on Creator, surrender, and just be patient. That's it. Let the karmic scales get balanced. If you're supposed to go through pain and heartbreak, you will go through pain and heartbreak. If you are meant to go through heartbreak and pain on this journey, no matter how much you try to run away from it, you will experience it. No matter how much you try to block it from happening or stop it from happening, it will happen anyways. This is something you need to accept here. On the other hand, at the same time, if you are meant to experience love, beauty, and reunion within this connection, no matter what you do on the outside, it will still happen. Justice is still going to get served. So this is something you need to keep in mind and get over it. When I'm saying you've got to get over it, I'm saying you've got to let go of your attachments and expectations about the outcome you want and don't want. Because whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. As I said, the good and the bad both are needed for your soul growth onto this journey of yours. You've got to experience the love as well as the heartbreak. You'll get to experience the good times as well as the bad times in this connection if they are meant for a higher purpose. You might not be able to see, understand, or comprehend why things are happening the way they are because you're simply missing the point or you're simply missing the lesson behind it. That doesn't mean you won't learn it ever. The moment the right timing comes, you'll understand everything. Okay, you'll understand everything. This reading is also assuring you of divine guidance and divine justice. It looks completely hopeless. You don't see any hope. You don't see anything coming out of this horrible situation you're in. It's complete dark in front of you. You don't see a ray of light. Divine is saying, if it's part of the divine life plan God has intended for you and has created for you, at the right timing you will get justice. And if it's not meant to happen, it'll not happen. No matter how much you control things, no matter how much you cry or sob or suffer, whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. So the good news is that for majority of you, I see justice getting served and reunions happening. But at the same time, you got to understand that romance is not union. Romantic relationship is not union. You understanding what real love is leads you towards real union. This is the message this reading is trying to convey to all of you. You've got to understand, you've got to learn what real, true, unconditional love is and what it means. Because it starts with you and the equation you share with the divine, not with your soul counterpart. Your soul counterpart may just have a role to come and just disrupt everything in your life and then just leave, so that you can turn back towards God and realize what true unconditional love is and what it means. But that doesn't mean universe won't change things and bring back your counterpart in your life. But again, I'm saying, first and foremost, anything and everything that you have created in your mind about union and true love is going to get demolished and destroyed, which does not mean real love. And that involves romance, romantic experiences, your expectations, your attachment, and some dreams as well of yours that you have created around this connection, which are simply stemming and are completely based upon your old views and beliefs about real love and soul connections. This is something you need to learn here. This is something you need to keep in mind. You will get the victory. The justice and the judgment is in your favor and is in the favor of this connection, but it will happen in divine right timing once the karmic scales are balanced and karma has played itself out amongst all of you who are part of this connection. The marriage can still happen. You can still come back with your counterpart, but once and after, anything and everything that was based on the false beliefs and the mindset you had about real love gets shattered down. It can happen, surely, but before that, you will go through a transformative period. You will go through a period in which you will feel like your whole world is falling apart, which in reality is actually things falling into place happening for you. Because whatever is going to come crashing down is going to be based on false narratives, expectations, outcomes, and belief systems, which is not real love at all. That which never was. Okay, your counterpart is going to grow and mature up in divine right timing as per the divine will, without your interference, without your presence in their life. They'll learn what real love is. But before that, the other things they are creating out of ego, out of arrogance and pride are going to come crashing down. Divine is in control of making things happen for you and in this connection of yours. You've got to let divine take control. You've got to surrender, and you've got to allow changes to happen the way they are supposed to happen and meant to happen. You cannot keep count on things. You cannot keep this TikTok in your hand. I'm talking about this watch of yours on which you keep on checking the time if things are happening or not, or when they'll happen. You've got to let go of that TikTok watch. Okay? You've got to allow yourself to transform in this process, and you've got to allow your counterpart to go through the same. You've got to just be in your power during this whole time. Okay? So that's all. This was your reading. I'll be back again sooner than later. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye-bye.